Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to District United TV. I'm a little late coming on because I just got back from my own soccer game. But here we are. It's FC Cincinnati and DC United. Vamos United. Kind of in a rush. Apple TV is like frozen or something, but I have it on my phone. I don't know if that's a problem that like other people are having, but Apple TV is just not working. Anyways, I don't even have the lineup set up yet, the lineup graphic, which we're going to be creating as we speak. Cincinnati, second place, as you can see on the table over there in the bottom right of your screen. They're in second place with only one loss. However, all 6 of their wins have come by a 1-goal margin, I believe. They don't score a lot of goals. I think their last 4 wins came in wins that were 1-0. Final score was 1-0 in all of them. So, we know that they create a lot of chances, a lot of big chances, don't score a lot of them, though. And we are coming off of big result, 3-0, a statement win with an absolute screamer from Benteke, his bicycle kick. It's on the thumbnail of this stream. But I mean, Apple TV still not working. I'm going to try as quick as I can. We're also wearing the cherry blossom kits tonight. In Cincinnati. So there's that. I'm trying to, as quickly as I can, do the lineup graphic. Let's see if I can. But we're staying with the 3 center backs. Jacob Green and Andy Nahar are starting, both of them. So I think we'll see Jacob Green go back to the left side. Because Jayze is obviously in jail in Sweden. So, yeah, that happened. And then, on the other side, Andy Nahar, who will probably get higher up the field than Jacob Green. Okay, we're underway. Gonna get the timer going. But we're underway in this first half at the TQL Stadium, and I've got it on my phone here. I'm not going to show you because that would be like copyright and a whole bunch of things, even though it's just on my phone screen. Still trying to work on the lineup. Apple TV on the website is down. It is not working. Don't know if that's just a me problem. Still in the process of creating the lineup. But currently, Cincinnati has it in midfield. We looked very, very solid in the last couple games. Can we get 4 MLS wins in a row? It would be fantastic, and it would be 5 wins in a row in all competitions because, you know, if we include the Richmond Kickers victory. Okay, I'm gonna make the lineup. Apple TV, just this is the first problem that I've had with Apple TV. Okay, Ruan is in the lineup, actually. I don't know what happened. Ruan is in. What happened? Please don't tell me Andy Nahar had a last second. I bet that's what happened. I think Andy Nahar got injured in the warm-up. Because Ruan is on. I'm not complaining about Ruan being on. I love Ruan. A lot of people don't. I don't really have a preference one or the other. But Ruan is on. Andy Nahar, I think, got injured in the warm-up. I'm going to have to check Twitter after I make this lineup. Currently, there's a player down for Cincinnati. This is a good time for me to do this. So, the 3-back. We have no Birnbaum today. So, it will probably be Well, by the looks of it, it is Williams as the center back, and then Powson is the one on the right, and then Donovan Pines is on a great run of form on the left side. And then we have Knaus, obviously the deeper midfielder, and he is also the captain tonight. And then Lewis O'Brien and Mateusz Klich. I think we've seen recently some of Klich's best performances since the Toronto game, when he scored his first DC United goal and only DC United goal thus far. I haven't added the fullbacks in. Jacob Green, after getting his first MLS goal. The scenes after the match were incredible. I mean, that like filled me with hope. It really seems like we've found a turning point. I'm very excited for this game. Ball outside. Can't tell who it is. I think it was Klich. Cincinnati clears. Something that I saw, I think Cincinnati lead the league in clearances. Like the number of clearances per 90. They actually are the best at clearing the ball, apparently. So Ruan is on. Don't know what happened to Nahar because he was originally in the lineup. I'm going to look on Twitter in a second to verify that. Chance for Cincinnati. They're on the edge of our box. They take a shot. It's wide. It was deflected, so we'll get a corner. Cincinnati corner. Looking at Christian Benteke to get the goal. All it should take is one goal to beat this team. They don't score a lot of goals as long as we stay defensively solid, which we've been very solid. We should be okay. All right. I've made the lineup. There we go. Apple TV is finally working. There we go. Now I've got it on my bigger screen so I can see once it loads. And I'm going to get the lineup on your screen. Here it is. Now we're back. Here we are. Here we are. Much better. Timer is about 17 seconds late. So if you're actually like trying to sync that up with your stream of the game and this stream, ball into the box. Oh my goodness. He completely whiffed. Completely whiffed. Cincinnati are surprisingly struggling to score goals. They have really good attacking players. Brandon Vasquez, future U.S. national team number 9, possibly. And I forget the other guy's name who leads the team. Sergio Santos leads the team in scoring 4 goals. Benteke's got more. And then Brenner da Silva, who scored 4. No, a hat trick. It was just 3. Scored 3 on us last October. Luckily, he's not starting tonight. Don't know why he's not starting tonight. He hasn't had a great season. I think he might have scored once so far. But you've got Brandon Vasquez, you've got Sergio Santos, and then Luciano Acosta, former DC United player. I've just realized how big the standing section is at the TQL Stadium. I was about to say, the stadium looks really filled. We filled our stadium last week. I didn't even know until after the game. I wanted to talk about it, but we had our first sellout of the season, which is really good to see. And Washington Spirit had a good crowd come out. I think it was above 12,000 against Alex Morgan and I think the San Diego Wave. Is that what they're called? I don't know. Washington Spirit won 3-1. That's good. And as always, we will update you on other games, scores around the league. LAFC are down 1-0 to the San Jose Earthquakes already. LAFC, not LA Galaxy, LAFC. Jacob Green has a throw in here. Charlotte opened the score lines against NYCFC. Both New York teams are doing not good this year. And we play, this is pretty good time to bring this up. So I won't be doing a live stream next weekend for the game against Nashville. Unfortunate. Home game against Nashville. I'm going to be going to my USL League 2 team game, the USL Women's League and the USL League 2. It's a doubleheader. I'm going to that. But to make up for it, on Tuesday, I will do a stream, I believe, for the Open Cup game against New York Red Bulls. I'm very excited. Maybe we can get some silverware this year. I doubt it, but the longer the run, the better. Don't know how seriously Wayne Rooney's taking the US Open Cup. It is a Tuesday, would probably be better on a Wednesday, but if it was on a Wednesday, I wouldn't be able to do a live stream for it. I'm going to do my first ever US Open Cup live stream. Very excited for that. So that's happening on Tuesday. Away against New York Red Bulls. Cincinnati have it. I can feel we're going to have like a scrappy game. Some misplaced pass from Click. Ball inside, good defending from Ruan. That reminds me, Ruan has it again in a lot of space. It reminds me I need to check on what happened with Andy Nahar. Knaus looking for Ruan. It was blocked. Way overhit cross. Okay. Andy Nahar is a late scratch. Hurt during warm-ups. Ruan will start. Jackson Hopkins. Race down to the press level. Who's been filling up the bench. Okay. Because I was also going to make a comment on how Jackson Hopkins was not in the squad, but he was there. He traveled with the team as the 21st player, and he's actually being used. He's going to be on the bench. Interesting, because Christian Fletcher's on the bench and Jackson Hopkins is not. Something that is interesting, because Wayne Rooney seems to prefer Christian Fletcher and Cudi Pietro and Akin Mbani in the team, but we also wouldn't have any other backup center backs because Derek Williams is back. But interesting. So Jackson Hopkins raced down from the press room, apparently. Something like that. And so he's going to be on the bench. We're not 100% sure what happened to Andy Nahar. He recently had a hamstring injury. But, he was hurt to the extent that he couldn't go. Derek Williams puts it out for a corner. The grass at the stadium looks phenomenal. Ball in, punched out by Tyler Miller. Long ball in, Brandon Vasquez heads it down. Still bobbling around. Tyler Miller catches it, and there's a head injury. Powelson's down for us, but one of their players seems to be a little more hurt than Powelson is. Yeah, they definitely hit heads. Powelson kind of got hit on the side of his head. So an injury break here. Everybody, welcome into the stream. DC United versus FC Cincinnati in Cincinnati. Looking to make it 5 wins in a row in all competitions, 4 MLS wins in a row. Powelson's back up to his feet now. Powelson and who's the other guy? Matt Miazga? Can't even tell who it is. It is Matt Miazga. Had a little awkward. Miazga went in for the fist pump. Powelson met it with the open palm. Waiting for play to get resumed. Powelson wants to come back on. He's getting a little frustrated. Benteke has it and lost it. Big switch for Cincinnati. Ball's cut back across. Gotta get it back under control. Thrown for us. Don't know whether to call this a 3-back or a 5-back. It's kind of both, I guess, depending if you're talking about the attacking phase or the defending phase. Long ball up towards Taxi. Drops for Lewis O'Brien, but they called a foul on Taxi. Goal kick for Tyler Miller. Just about 20 minutes in now. Long ball up towards Benteke. They've beaten us to it. It's good defending from Donovan Pines. Taxi was offsides. It's halftime in the Loudoun United game. For anybody interested, they're beating the Indy 11 1-0, and New England also just scored the opening goal in their game in Toronto. If we do manage to beat Cincinnati, it would be their only only loss at home, and it would actually be the only game at home that they didn't win. That just came up on the little stats drop down thing that they do on Apple TV. Here we go. Let's keep the ball. Bobby Wood had the goal for New England. No reason to force it there, Ruan. Thing keeps getting frozen. Ruan's throwing all the way back to Derek Williams. We look really comfortable when we're in possession. Like, when our center backs are on the ball, I actually get excited because, are we going to play it long? Are we going to play it short? Either way, I feel like it's going to work out. And we're in a good run of form, so you feel confident. And as of right now, even if Philadelphia or Chicago won their game in hand, we'd still be in a playoff spot, I think. If Orlando City won their game in hand, they would go past us, that's probably a yellow card for Jacob Green. Honestly, not a great professional foul. I mean, he was doing it on purpose. It was a professional foul. Probably shouldn't have done it, though. I think Derek Williams and Russell Canals had it covered. I think it was Russell Canals who was racing back. I think they had it covered. Donovan Pines, I think, yeah, we had it covered. Probably no reason to foul there, but I think he did. I think got a card. Should have gotten a card at least. No, I haven't seen it yet. Lots of crosses into the box for Cincinnati. And they don't usually try and head it straight away. It's usually they aim it towards Brandon Vasquez, and Vasquez kind of drops it down for the second ball for Acosta or Santos to run onto. Yeah, Jacob Green did get a yellow card. Here we go. Lewis O'Brien beats his man. He's in really good vein of form right now. This is really good. One of the biggest differences between our first 5 games and our most recent 5 games has been the intensity and the speed in which we're switching it from one side to the other, because that was sort of the idea in the first couple games, but we were just switching it far too slow. We couldn't actually open up those opportunities, and now we're playing with a lot more width. With Ruan and Green, we're trying to utilize those wingers. We need to make sure we're switching it back and forth and doing it quickly. But we've been doing that a lot recently. That's going to be a foul. Ruan went down. It's a free kick for DC. Tyler Miller and Canals. There we go. We just beat a whole line of Cincinnati pressing. Taxi's on it now. Nobody stepped to him. Benteke looking for Ruan. What a save! What a save! A really good piece of play from DC there. Now my hair's like all crazy. Really good stuff from DC. The Cincinnati fans know that they got lucky there. Ruan should be finishing it. It's a tight angle. We're going to see it again. Taxi did really well there. It's a great ball from Benteke as well. He 100% has to be finishing that. And Click didn't do great with the follow-up. But the biggest chance of the game comes 23 minutes in. And they really should have replayed us building out of the back, beating the press, because that was magnificent composure from Tyler Miller and Knaus, the architect of that whole thing. Gave it to Taxi, drove up the pitch. Taxi's boot has fallen off. Captain Knaus. Keep remembering how the commentator in Montreal kept saying Knaus. Was it Montreal? I think it was Montreal because we were in Canada. Wayne Rooney still hasn't stood up yet. Actually looks like he's going to be fine. I think he got like stepped on or something. We're going to see it here. Yeah, just got a little bit stepped on when he went in for the challenge. On Hagland. I want to see if I can bring more stats to you. I really like the stats that SofaScore has. Very in-depth. We'll probably go through them at halftime. Player average positions. Benteke just looks very isolated right now on the average positions. Click is being very deep. Lewis Bryan very wide. Interesting. Long ball. Got to it. Luciano Acosta. Looking for the cross. Good header out by Donovan Pines, but it's not as far as the Cincinnati number 5. Shot over the bar, well over. Not a good shot from Acosta. Nwabodo. Obina Nwabodo. That is the Cincinnati number 5. Looked pretty good there for a second. And number 2, who was that? Elvis Powell? Elvis. That's his name. Elvis. I think Elvis is his middle name. Elvis Powell. He's had a lively start to this game. Benteke nods it down for Jacob Green. If he can get there, he does. Earns a Throw in. Little over 15 minutes left in this half. Click, great ball to Ruan, puts it in, didn't beat the first man. We get a corner. And there's Brenner, who is, I believe he's officially going to Udinese. I'm pretty sure it's 10 million that he's going for. Good move for him. Another player leaving the MLS to go to a European side. Why no goal yet? We missed a big chance, but Cincinnati are just kind of pumping it into the box, which isn't a great strategy against DC United because we have 3 huge center backs and center backs who are very good in the air. Birnbaum we're missing tonight, but Derek Williams hasn't made any mistakes, and Donovan Pines has actually been big in the air for us, and Halson, who almost just scored a header. Throw in for Cincinnati. But then for us, it's Benteke's kind of struggling to get on the ball. I mean, we can see how many times he's touched it. Benteke has gotten 5 touches, so there you go. Benteke's touched the ball 5 times. That's why there hasn't been a goal. LAFC has equalized in that game against San Jose. It's 1-1. Imagine if we were able to... I just thought about this. Imagine doing, like, playoff streams. Seems so much fun. Philadelphia Union just scored against New York Red Bulls. Don't know what's going on with New York Red Bulls this year. They just can't seem to turn the draws into wins. That, on paper, looks to be their biggest problem. Whereas there are teams like Montreal and Inter Miami who need to turn some of their losses into draws, try and get points. It's good from Ruan and Click. They won the ball back for us. Lewis O'Brien all the way out to Jacob Green. I don't know if Jacob Green's left-footed or right-footed because he's yet to put in a cross on the left foot, on that left side that he's playing on. He is, I guess, naturally a left back. He just played a pass with his left foot. Usually, if you just watch a player, you can see what foot does he shift it towards when he makes a pass. He did it with his left foot that time. Loudoun United's second half just began. Check the scores in the USL right now as well. Taxi wins it back. Benteke, not good waiting on the pass. Let's see, in the USL, Memphis 901 are beating Hartford Athletic. Loudoun United are beating Indy 11. It's still tied in the Birmingham Legion game against the Oakland Roots. Well, Oakland Roots, whatever. Not the Oakland Roots. Maybe it is, I don't know. Detroit City are beating FC Tulsa, and then the Tampa Bay Rowdies are beating Phoenix Rising. Ball way out, and Tyler Miller was ready. He's doing some defending here. Tyler Miller's going to have to get back to his goal. Don't let the shot off. Benteke slide, something. No foul. Great sweeping Okay, he did eventually call the foul. Thought he got away with it. That was the only time this season that I felt uncomfortable with Tyler Miller going out as far as he did. He needed to, though. I mean, he was there. He just needed to clear it. It looked like he tried to pass it out of bounds. And then he turned into a right back for a second. Surprised I didn't get the shot off. That one Cincinnati fan in the back got really excited there. What else is going on right now? The Bolivian Primera Division. I mean, the Costa Rican Division. The Ecuador Serie A. I mean, Real Madrid won the Copa del Rey today, didn't they? Against Osasuna. Rodrigo, 2 goals, man of the match. Click. Canals wins it back. Not a good touch from Taxi. They're back on the attack, Cincinnati. Good defending from Ruan. Ball in. Oh. Okay. Click's just been hit in the chest. Got the air knocked out of him. Big chance fell for Luciano Acosta. Howson's header was not a defensive one. It was knocked down straight in the path of Luciano Acosta. Another good cross, from Nwabodo. And here's Powell again. Ball in, cleared out for a throw. Pine stops the cross. It's solid defending. Interested to see how much we miss Birnbaum. He is our captain. Some people don't love him. Seems like a good guy, though. $10 minutes, a little under 10 minutes, and whatever's added on, which could actually be quite a bit because there were 2 injuries, I think. A head injury from Powson and the other guy, and then Taxi's one. Okay, Jacob Green just pushed over, and yeah, he didn't call a foul. That's fine. Just needs to get bigger. And that was a foul, which is a little interesting. Lewis O'Brien doesn't agree. Saying, what about the other one? The MLS wrap-up. Has there always been an MLS wrap-up? Has there always been an MLS wrap-up? Have I been missing this? I knew there was MLS 360, but does that just turn into the MLS wrap-up show once it's over? I don't know. Never seen it. Maybe I'll have to watch it tonight. And there was just a goal. Charlotte, NYCFC just scored to make it 1-1 in their game against Charlotte. Not a great touch from the Cincinnati keeper. Ruan goes back to Powson. Here we go. Just keep us in possession. Click, good pass. Canals out to Pines. There we go, Jacob Green. Let's see what. Because Jacob Green, in the last game, he came on as a sub and played as a right back. So maybe he is... It's possible that he's both-footed. He was pushed over there. He did get the foul this time. There's someone on my team who is both-footed. Which, if you think about it, that's very interesting and hard to do. Sucks you can't watch it on TV. I mean, it is very expensive to get the MLS season pass, which is annoying because it doesn't help the casual fan. Luciano Acosta just got a yellow card. I believe it was for dissent. Charlotte FC regained their lead. Speaking of leads, Click is on this free kick. Ball into the box. Still hasn't come down yet. That's probably gonna be a foul on Taxi. You didn't go for the ball. Don't complain. Enzo Copetti's got 2 goals in the Charlotte game. But yeah, it doesn't help the average, the casual fan who just wants to tune into one game, watch just their local team, which I don't watch a ton of other games. I mean, I watch all the DC United games. Obviously, I do it on these live streams, but I mean, for someone who just it makes it hard for the sport to grow, basically. And there are a couple free games every week, so there's that. And they have it. They supposedly have it in the local like restaurants, bars, whatever. Rwan, ball back to Click. Knaus has it. Don't put it in. Don't put it in. And Benteke is waiting. Just wait till we get a good quality chance. There's only one person in the box right now. Taxi needs to get in the box. Lewis O'Brien, here's Taxi. Rwan, now put it in. Okay, he's going towards the line, using his pace. Benteke drops it down on his chest. Takes a touch, what a save! Again, what a save! And it could have been another worldy of a goal from Benteke. He's just, wow. So close is right. Drops it down on his chest. Touch. It only bounces once, and he hits it. Good cross from Rwan. I mean, it's right on Benteke's, right on his chest. Who is this goalie? Because he's not number 1. So it makes me think, is this their number 1 goalie? It's Roman Celentano, 23-year-old goalkeeper. Might have to get him. He's been Cincinnati's man of the match. Single-handedly has stopped us from going 2-0 up. Who is there? Alec Khan is their number 1, who has played 7 matches this year. So they made some kind of switch, because their number 1 is healthy, and then Celentano's played all the games. Okay. Jacob Green, he beats his men, because there was 2 of them, so. Benteke out to Lewis O'Brien, takes the shot on near post. Another good save from Celentano. Yeah, Jacob Green looked really good there. Beat 2 defenders on the dribble. Found his way between the 2 of them. He struggled a little bit, like, physically. Like, they've kind of pushed him over, like, twice. He nutmegged him as well. Really good from Green there. He wanted it back, too. But he had to leave it for Lewis O'Brien. It was a decent shot. Never going in, though, from that angle. But we look the better side. I mean, Cincinnati hasn't even had a sniff in at least 15 minutes. It would be really, really good to get a goal right before halftime. Ruan's going to put in a ball. Up for Benteke. Keeper almost fumbled it. Benteke went up for it. It's a high cross from Ruan. Foul on Benteke. Free kick deep in Cincinnati territory. They're just going to pump it long and hope for one last chance. Five added minutes. So still a chance for us to get a goal before the half. But they have it right now. It's Powell again. Derek Williams, good defending. Acosta's holding in the corner now. It's going to be a throw for Cincinnati as we approach halftime. We're going to look through some of the stats. I think Cincinnati's problem has been Acosta's like getting in the way of their like he's I mean, I guess he's meant to be a striker, but he's kind of being very high and central where he's on paper he's supposed to be playing as a number 10. Benteke's not won every single ball in the air. Still got about 1.5 minutes. Really good in possession. He needs to switch there. Jacob Green. Lewis O'Brien. Taxi. Dribbling. Back to Lewis O'Brien. Jacob Green. Switch. Alson's looking to have a cross. Should have waited. Pines goes back to Tyler Miller. Good flick on. Ruan in space. He'll keep it in bounds. Click. Ball to Benteke. Drops for Taxi. Headed clear, not as far as Lewis O'Brien, and Donovan Pines now. Trying to make one last chance. It's going to go to Jacob Green. He's going to have to put in a cross. Benteke falls to his feet. Tried to clip one to the back post. They've yet to clear it, really. We still have it. Come on. Don't blow. Don't blow. We need one last chance. Jacob Green. And that's probably going to be it. Oh no, we've 5 added minutes. We still have 30 more seconds. Taxi. In the box, a bit of a mix-up between Cincinnati center backs. We get a throw. And this will be the last attack. How far can Jacob Green throw it? Waiting for Benteke to check in. Green. Foul called. Okay, we get a free kick to end the half. Click's gonna whip it in. Balls for Lewis O'Brien. And it's cleared. It's gonna be halftime. I think a really good first half. All we needed was a goal. We deserved 2 of them. Great half from Salanto. Or Celentano. Keep wanting to say cilantro. Really good half from him. We're going to go through some of these stats here. I'm going to see if I can put it on the screen. That would be nice. Window capture. Okay. Oh, that's like very large. I don't remember how you do this. Alt. It is. Okay, there we go. Oh, I keep adjusting the wrong thing. What am I doing? What did I do? What is this? What am I taking right now? Oh, it's a whole like, oh, okay. Okay, the screen's like messed up right now. I wanted to look at like some of the stats. Okay, I'm trying to fix this. Hang on. Hang on. Fixing it. There we go. Okay, I've got it. Hold on. Here we are. Then there we go. Okay. Like do that. We'll just put it there. Okay. We're gonna go through some of the stats. I want to look at average position first because I think it's the most interesting. Cincinnati. This is what I was kind of talking about. I mean, Luciano Acosta has been the highest of them all, of all the attackers. and he's struggled to make an influence. Sergio Santos as well struggled to make an influence, and I wonder. I'm gonna switch over here to see. He's only had 13 touches. Benteke, probably a similar amount, 16. Taxi's probably had more, 26. But yeah, you can see the difference there. And Acosta, he's been involved, very involved, 32. Or sorry, 33. But the two strikers is who needs to touch it, 16, 13, even less. So there's that, but we'll, where am I going? Where am I going? Where am I going? Where was I trying to go? Oh, here it is. I lost the page that I was at. I almost like showed you Apple TV for a second. I'm gonna stop the timer. It keeps going. Reset. There we go. Okay. So that's Cincinnati's shape. Almost looks like they're doing a 3-back, which, I mean, they are doing a 3-back. Surprising that Powell's been that. I mean, I guess he's been around. He's done a lot of stuff in here. That's where I've seen him the most. Let's look at us. We just tend to see this big diagonal line. I bet if I go back to the previous games, there's always that line. Let's go back to the Orlando game. There's a line. There's always that line. I guess that one's a little more normal. Usually it's the other way around. On the opposite side, let's look at the Montreal one. Can I see that? Montreal. There's the diagonal. There's always that weird diagonal line. And it's usually because Click is like, sometimes Click just likes to do his own thing. But yeah, I mean, Ruan's not getting as high as I thought he would be. It's actually Jacob Green getting higher. You've got Lewis O'Brien's been, if we look at his heat map, very, very wide. Very wide. And then, hang on, where'd it go? There it is. Taxi's been deep. Benteke's been uninvolved. Just kind of lurking here, waiting for a cross. We haven't put in a lot of crosses. And then Click is kind of doing his own thing, but there's that straight diagonal line for some reason that we form. It works. I mean, we can switch like very, very nicely. We're switching the point of attack effectively. And Powson's been wanting to get in on the action. Derek Williams has been quiet. Donovan Pines has won most of the balls in the air. And that's pretty much been that. Let's look at the stats. Tackles. Russell Canals with 3. Which is the same as the Powell and Nwobodo. Accurate passes. Lewis O'Brien. That's actually pretty shocking. But I guess if you think about it, he hasn't even had like a lot of easy passes. Click's played a lot of short passes that have been, kind of easy to hit the target on, but Lewis O'Brien's been very good. You could honestly say him and Canals have been probably our 2 best players. Honestly. Ground duels. Overall duels. Benteke is winning 9 of, oh no, he's only, so there we go. Not as dominant in the air. This is what I'm talking about. He's only won 3 of his duels, as they call it. Aerial duels is the big thing for him. Benteke's only won 2 out of 5. Minutes played, rating, whatever. And Taxi's actually gotten into a lot of duels as well. So there's that. You can see over here now, possession It's been very equal. We've outshot them. And all that stuff. They've had 3 corners. We also are like second in the league in fouls per 90. Yeah, just wanted to look through a few of the stats. We're going to take a quick halftime break, and I will see you in about 5-6 minutes. Game should be starting up in about 5-6 minutes. So, yes, I will see you then. Don't go anywhere. Exciting game. Who's gonna score first? I think there is a goal in this game. There's a goal to be scored. Who will it be? Hopefully it's us. I will see you in a second. We're back. We're back. Okay. Getting ready to start the second half. I was just looking through some more of the stats. This half, we've had an 83% passing rate, accurate passing rate, if you know what I mean. Accurate pass percentage. It's been 83%. 83% of our passes are going to our target. That is the highest it's been all season. Really good to see, and we are passing very well. I didn't know it was as good as it actually is. A foul has been called immediately. Benteke went down. Couldn't even see what happened there. We kicked off, and then Benteke went down. There aren't even fans back in their seats yet. But anyways, second half underway. We're passing very well. The last 10, 15 minutes of that half, of the first half, was fantastic. Let's continue the momentum. No subs were made at halftime, I don't think, for either side. And there's a handball, so we're going to get another free kick from deep. Definitely a handball. Could even be a yellow card. VAR looks at it. He fully blocked it. Like he swatted at it, too. Some of the 8:30 kickoffs games they've just started. Click to the back post. Derek Williams almost took it down. FC Dallas versus St. Louis City. Houston Dynamo versus RSL. Nashville versus Chicago. Yeah, I will be updating you on those games as well for anybody interested. And all the other games, all the other 7:30 kickoffs that are resuming action. Goal kick. Cincinnati are trying to build out of the back. This would be a good time for us to press. We need to. I think in this half we need to press more because their center backs do not look comfortable on the ball. Their goalkeeper does not look comfortable on the ball, even though he's probably been their man of the match. Made some amazing saves. Not great with his feet. They only have two midfielders. It's like a double pivot, and their advantage is on the wing with their very attacking wing backs, but they aren't really using it. They're only using Powell. The one on the left side has been very quiet, and he's got the ball now. Goes backwards. But we should try and do more pressing. Put their center backs under more pressure. Speaking of Powell, here is Powell. Puts it in. Brendan Vasquez tried to backheel it for some reason. Rwan's dribbling to the corner, and he's given them a corner. Ball is to the back post. Another corner. I never did a score prediction for this game. The way it's going, I think we could get the win 1-0. I'm confident because the form that we've been in. I feel like Benteke is going to have another moment of brilliance. He's barely been involved tonight, but that's just because we haven't put in the crosses necessary for him to get involved, make his impact. Ruan beats his man to it. He's got acres of space ahead of him. Should have probably kept hold of it, but he went to click. Ruan gets the ball back. Referee plays advantage. Taxi took it down. Should have left it for Jacob Green. Should have called him off of it. Here's Lewis O'Brien, who I thought was really good in the first half. We're keeping the ball very nicely here. It's a good sign. That play in the latter stages of the second half will continue. It's Tyler Miller playing like a 11th outfield player, which is really good. That's definitely a foul. Here's Click. Puts the ball in. Drops for O'Brien. Tried to clip one over the top for Taxi. We win it back. To Benteke's feet. To Taxi. Shot! Oh, it's just wide. Just wide. Unless the keeper got a hand on it. If he did, that's a great save. Very unselfish from Benteke. It's the right move. And Taxi hit it on his left foot. I think the keeper did get a touch on it. Oh, no, I don't think so. Oh, no, he did. Corner. Okay, we're going to get another corner. The camera was late to... They were late to switch camera angles. It's another corner for DC. Click to take it off the back of Taxi's missed shot. Saved shot. And Click's corner doesn't beat the first man. And there was some kind of foul. It was a little more pressing than we were doing in the first half. It's good from Derek Williams. And Ruan should have gone to that. Ball into the box. Good recovery from Lewis O'Brien. He's looking for Taxi in stride, but gonna beat him to it. Throw in for Cincinnati. Cleared out to Benteke. That's a call for a head injury. Benteke is still down. He was really just trying to draw the foul, but didn't get it. Where I put my water bottle. Inter Miami has scored against Atlanta. Rising. Can they hold that lead? That is the question. They're at home. Benteke is slowly walking off the field. Hopefully he returns. It was a Josef Martinez penalty against his former Atlanta United side. Indy 11 have pulled back 2 goals on Loudoun United. There's a 90th minute winner. It's 2-1. Few words exchanged between Click and one of the Cincinnati players. Benteke is back in the game. 10 minutes into this second half. A little close there for Tyler Miller. And Pines is... Pocket's been picked. Shot blocked. Back out. Click with Benteke. Should have gone to Lewis O'Brien. Pines, it's going to happen again. 2 times in a row now. They're Taxi and Benteke are letting Pines know. Pass it earlier. Aaron Herrera scored for Montreal. Orlando are losing. And the Revs have also just doubled their lead. Lots of goals coming in. Can we add on to that? Or will Cincinnati add on to that? Ball to the back post. That's really good defending from Rouen. Cincinnati fans want a pen. No chance. Shut the microphone. It's a good tackle from Rouen. It's from behind. I mean, it's from the side, really. He's running behind him. Great tackle. Didn't even get anything extra. Just swiped the ball away. That's a cracker of a game. NYCFC, they've scored. They scored and the camera wasn't even ready for it. They're taking way too long on these replays on the corners. But Cincinnati have opened the scoreline. And it was Luciano Acosta, I believe. We have to watch the replay because they didn't even show it. I was trying to talk about the 2-2 Charlotte NYCFC game. How do we let the shortest player on the field score? Oh, it's a Tyler Miller mistake. It went straight through Tyler Miller's legs. Cincinnati keep getting these lucky. It's lucky. And scrappy, and Benteke has just been called. He's going to get a yellow. It's unlucky because he's trying to hold off his man, but he's short, so he hit him in the face. Maybe a little frustration, but... Okay, while this player's down, I'm going to look back at the goal. See whose man it was. Palsen let Acosta come in across his face. He probably didn't think that there was going to be I don't think Luciano Acosta touched it. They're giving him credit for the goal. But I don't think him or the number 15 touched it. Pines fell asleep there. Ruan was just kind of trying to mark his man. Both of them got in the way of Tyler Miller, who just, didn't look good there. Let's see it from another angle. Yeah, both Palsen and Donovan Pines were just run past. They lost their man. And that player's still down. Referee's giving a talking to Benteke. Yeah, a little bit of force into that. Okay, I'm trying to still look back at the replay of the goal. Montreal's made it 2 against Orlando. I don't know what Donovan Pines was doing. It's kind of a collective. Palsen and Pines didn't mark their guys, let them run straight across. Neither of them touched it. Apparently Luciano Acosta skimmed it. But it causes Tyler Miller to let it go completely through his legs. So it's kind of half on Palsen and Pines and half on Tyler Miller. It was also, there's always a guy marking the front, like just on the front post. And when is that ever not the case? Even in U9, you always have somebody on the front post. Just standing there right there, ready to win it. Cincinnati had it on the last corner that we had. Why was there nobody on the front post? That has to be sorted out. Now they're chanting, doing whatever dance that is. It's going to be a hard one to come back from, but it's not impossible. It's a goal kick for Tyler Miller. There's going to be some kind of... There has to be some kind of... we have 30 minutes to find a goal. At least one. New player, Christian Dahome, is on. Ruan is off. Probably a correct substitution. More attacking player for a player who's not been great tonight. But Christian Dahome. So that means I'll update the lineup graphic. He's number 12. He's making his debut. And he's on the ball now. Okay, he's got a throw in. Our fullbacks or wingbacks are very high. Wide midfielders, I don't know what to call them because they're kind of both. We'll just call them wingers. Wingbacks. We'll call them wingbacks. Brenner's coming on. Last time he played against us, gave a little hug to Dahome as well. And Sergio Santos is not happy to be coming off. He didn't play well, so deserved to come off. There we go. We've just fixed the lineup thing there on the side. Predicted score. I mean, I went for 1-0 us. I didn't do one right before the game. I forgot to do that. But I was predicting 1-0 us. It's 1-0 them currently. "25 minutes to find an equalizer, though, and maybe even a winner." Here's Taxi. Counterattack. It's a 4-on-3. Benteke. Far overhit. Just our attack hasn't been as sharp as they were against Charlotte. Just everything our attackers were touching turned to gold, and there's that scrappy corner kick goal. Just lucky. We just have to stay calm and keep doing what we've been doing. Someone's predicting 3-1. It's not impossible. But 3 goals would be pretty impressive. They put one into the box. Probably not a penalty. Lewis O'Brien now has it. Taxi. All right, back with Dahome. The decent cross is a lower cross. He didn't overhit it, which is new. Cincinnati strikers have been having a lot of trouble with our defenders beating them to the ball. They're not checking in. They check in and then they just let our defender run around them and get the ball. This has to be a good cross from Jacob Green, if he even puts in a cross. He doesn't. Back to Derek Williams. Dahome. Click. Goes down corner. Apparently. Didn't look like it, but we got it. Corner for DC. Click to take. Oh, it's Lewis O'Brien taking it. Nice cross. We're going to get another one. Had some dip on it. Dip straight down to the edge of the 6. Short corner. Dahome to the back post. Benteke went down. Didn't get the call. The goal kick goes long. It's won by Powson. We haven't had a lot of our midfielders there to pick up the second ball, which has been another big problem. It's a good tackle from Powson. Flick. Playing advantage. Dahome. I don't know how fast Dahome is. Not incredibly fast. That's definitely a foul. He's pulling out a card. Probably for the reaction afterwards from Mosquera. I mean, it's a foul. Yerson Mosquera gets booked. Clicks cross to the back post. Wasn't aimed towards Benteke. Here's Brenner. Well, he tried to do a Wayne Rooney. And completely scuffed it. Decent ball down the line, but Dahome wasn't ready for it. Not great defending. Inter Miami scored again. It's 2-0 there. Looks like they are going to hold on to their lead. Great pass from Acosta. It's in. Got near post. Tyler Miller. He's been a little bit shaky, honestly. He's been shaky when he's been on the ball. But Cincinnati's made it 2. Here, that guy holding his phone is going to get a nice video. It's a great ball from Acosta. Dahome was caught out, and Powson, none of them marked him. Just neither of them tried. And Tyler Miller should never be beaten on his near post from that far out. Just couldn't get across quick enough. This is turning into a not great night for DC. We're going to need to find those 3 goals in the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes. We're going to need to see a bit more pressing. We need to see subs. We look a little bit tired in the midfield. But who's he going to take off? Because nobody's able to play like that as that single pivot like Knaus does. But is he going to take off Click? And is he going to take off Lewis O'Brien, who's been good? Probably one of our better players. Here's Taxi on the ball. Charlotte have taken the lead 3-2 over NYCFC. Click. Out to Dahomey. Hesitating to put in the cross. We get a throw. They're blowing bubbles now. They think they're West Ham. Taxi, Benteke. Benteke's just been off. His touches have been off. Very, very heavy touches. The weighting on his passes, all of his passes have been overhit, other than the one very early on to Rouen. And that just shows we need to finish our chances early. That would kill them, both of those chances if they went in. Rouen's has to go in. We'll have to click. Now it's Dahomey. Lewis O'Brien didn't want to take it on his right foot. Knaus. Still Knaus. Click keeps hold of it. Not a great pass from Palsen. It's going to stay in play. Cincinnati are going to... They're preparing a sub to come on. I can't tell who it is. It's good defending there from Williams. Lewis O'Brien, heavy touch. Loses it. Good clearance from Williams, but not as far as their left back. The foul on Knaus. Gaddis is coming on. And Barreal is off. Free kick again for Cincinnati. Acosta free kick. It's over and to the left. We just need to play a little more direct. And there's Benteke for like the first time this game, coming short, receiving the ball to his feet. There's Taxi. Jacob Green, who has been quiet in the second half, needs to put in more crosses. Lewis O'Brien almost gave it away there. Derek Williams. Dahome. Puts in a cross. His crosses are driven, and they're not as high and floating as some of the others. Benteke trying to flick it on. Probably a foul. It is. Dahome. That one's overhit. San Jose have found a winner. Should be a winner. Against LAFC. San Jose, who are having a decent season, could go level on points, I think, with LAFC in the Western Conference, but we're worried about the Eastern Conference. We need to, I mean, hopefully this doesn't hurt the spirit that we showed in our recent games. Hopefully we can just go right back to how we were. It's hard to do. Maybe we missed Birnbaum's leadership. It's possible. Knaus, I think, hasn't been as vocal. It's hard to hear the players, but he hasn't done a lot of talking, hasn't showed a lot of expressions. He's here on the ball now. Click, floats one in to Benteke, knocks it down for Lewis O'Brien. Took the shot on over the bar. Cincinnati are getting 3 substitutes ready, I think. And we have also 3. Chris Durkin's there. Yamil Assad, and I couldn't see the third one. Derek Williams is very high up the pitch. Takes a strike, and not a bad one. It was wide. He's been getting higher and higher up the pitch. I think it's Cudi Pietro. Well, 2 of the 3 are definitely Durkin and Yamil Assad. I don't know who the third one is. Finds taxi. Oh, he missed it. Why didn't Benteke go for it? That's probably what Taxi's thinking. Why didn't he go for it? Good stuff from Pines. I guess it's a little too far. He could have slid. Probably wouldn't have made it, but he could have at least tried. That's what they're probably talking about right now. Knaus comes off, actually. And it was Cudi Pietro. Not going to bother with the lineup thing. I think it's just... I think at this point, players are probably going to be all over the place, just trying to get as high up as they can, trying to make some kind of difference. If I had to guess, I mean, I could only see Knaus was one of the players that are coming off. So Durkin is probably going to be the single pivot. Nashville have scored. It's 1-0 in that game against Chicago. It was a Mukhtar penalty. Click came off. Okay, so we've got like 4 strikers on the field now. And Jacob Green came off. He struggled to make an impact in the second half, so that makes sense. Derek Williams, it's a risky pass, but it found Dahome. Goes to Cudi Pietro, who's cutting inside. You have to take a shot at some point. Yamil Assad zipped it, but straight into the hands of Celentano. Alson finds Durkin, the underlap. Wins a corner, I believe. Yes, it is a corner. Lewis O'Brien's going to take it. I liked his corner the last time. Andrew Gutman got one back for Atlanta. 2-1 for San Jose. Ball in. Back stick, it's a goal! We've got one! I realized I'd never changed the score this entire game. It's 2-1. Or 1-2, at least. What am I doing? There we go. It is a goal, though. We've got one. It was Taxi on the back post. We've got one. Don't know how much added time we're going to get. That goal probably adds on to it a little bit. The celebration wasn't long, that's for sure. If there even was any celebration. An easier goal for Taxi. Had to get the timing right, I guess, on the... It was a volley. It was out of the air. We get the game underway. 6 added minutes. Where did he get the 6 added minutes from? I guess the 2 Cincinnati goals. That's fine. The center ref is still very confused. Saying he's going to add all the time. What are they checking for? Are they checking for the goal? VAR? He's looking over at the 4th official. Wayne Rooney and his coaching staff are just as confused. What is going on? What is the 4th official doing? Okay, we're playing. We're underway. Okay, we're back. It's going to be full-on attack. Long balls. Up to Benteke. Cudi Pietro looked good there for a second, so maybe he's going to do a part 2 of the Toronto game. Five minutes of the 6 added on to find a winner. Or not a winner, an equalizer. And we can keep the unbeaten streak going. It's not a win streak, but it's an unbeaten run. Which still is good. To beat to tie the second best team in the Eastern Conference on paper. At least in the standings. Away from home. Here's Palsen. Benteke is in the box. Okay, it's a throw. We've got time as long as we keep it here. Cincinnati are just going to be parking the bus. And hopefully we can not give up a counter-attacking goal. Why is Wayne Rooney not on the touchline? He hasn't stood up this entire game. Oh, it's probably going to be a foul. It is a foul coming out on Benteke. He's not had a good game. He's not had a good game. He's got the captain's armband right now. Tyler Miller goes out to Yamil Assad, who gives it away. And ball in, big save. And they're asking for a pass back, probably. Cincinnati fans, big miss for Brandon Vasquez. Durkin, come on, loses it in midfield. In Cincinnati of numbers, it's a 3-on-2. Probably gonna try and hold it in the corner. Oh my goodness. No fouls called for a penalty. Wow. That was not a penalty, apparently. Calls the foul there. Yellow card is out. We've got 2 more minutes, maybe 3. Q, get up. Okay, he's in a lot of pain, but he needs to get up so he can continue. Lewis O'Brien's definitely telling him that. And 3 of our guys were just absolutely cooked by Brenner there. Okay, no. That was definitely not a foul. He went into that looking to go down. SW says we need a goal now, bro. We do need a goal now. Can we play the game? Brenner's saying we should go to VAR, I think. Probably what he's saying. He definitely flopped. Looking at the referee the whole time, he's screaming, going down. Some of the Cincinnati fans have left. You can see the orange seat starting to poke out. San Jose have beaten LAFC. That game's over. Ball into the box. Powson puts it back in. Keeper held it pretty nicely. That should be it. Not a lot to say, honestly. Can't watch the game on TV, so watching it kind of through the stream, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah. That's... People use it in different ways. Sometimes we just, have a chat for somebody who is watching the game. We just kind of talk. We sometimes have opposing fans in here who want to have a bit of a laugh. And then there's people who can't get to the game, can't watch it on TV because the Apple TV membership MLS season pass is extremely expensive and unnecessary. So yeah, people use it in different ways. We're just here to have a good time and hopefully watch DC United win some games, which has been happening recently. Don't think it's going to happen tonight. Gonna get a goal kick here. That should be it. I mean, really, we should get another minute. Yellow card going to the keeper for time wasting. Charlotte have won. It's a big win for them. They've won 3-2 over NYCFC. Ball goes long. Cameraman fell asleep there for a second. I think we're going to get one last attack, which is good and correct. We should get an extra minute. Fans aren't happy. Play it. What is Powson doing? Thank you very much, DC Dog fan. Hopefully we can beat New York in round of 32. That would be nice to beat them. Absolutely away from home as well. And I think I'm going to do a stream for that. I've never done a stream for an Open Cup game, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to do one on Tuesday. That should be fun. That's definitely a foul. Lewis O'Brien's going to get a yellow card. We're in the 99th minute now. It's a really poor challenge. It honestly could, it could actually be like a red card. It just wasn't that studs up. He did 2-foot him. He did the scissor tackle where you're it's like you go him 2 feet and then you hit the microphone. He's taking off his boot. He plans to be there for a while. He's making himself at home. Brenner, he's probably gonna, we're gonna have to get him off the field so we can play the last minute of this game. Hopefully it's okay. He's getting his big money move to Udinese in the Serie A. Hopefully this isn't a serious injury for him. It was a bad tackle from Lewis O'Brien. It actually is dangerous, which is what a red card is for. I'm hoping he doesn't get a red card, but if he got one, I'd be like, yeah, he injured somebody. That's a really bad tackle. And very unnecessary. Game's still going into the 100th minute. Definitely watch another stream because this is the only way I can basically know what's going on in the game. Yeah, welcome back. Well, yeah, you're welcome back. Everyone's welcome. It's fun. We like to have fun. And that's it. Full time. Thank you everybody for watching. Fans they half want to boo the ref and half want to cheer for Cincinnati because they've just won. A little bit awkward is the feeling, I would say. This is what the players are probably feeling. We were just on a great run, building momentum for this game, and then a bit of a disappointment. We should have finished our chances in the first half. We didn't. Came back to bite us. And that was one of few shots that they had. We outshot them 13-10. They only had, I don't know how many they had on target, but I mean, either way. They didn't create a lot of huge chances, which is what I was expecting. A lot of big chances, and then they miss a lot of them. But it was really us that was creating the big chances and then couldn't put them away. Unfortunate, we deserved to get a point, but we didn't finish our chances in the first half. So thank you everybody for watching. There should be a stream on Tuesday for the Open Cup game. I'm very excited for it. Never done a stream for an Open Cup game. It's also against New York Red Bulls, who are bottom of the table, and I think they still are. If I look at a live table, they still are. Don't know who they played tonight. They played, they played Philadelphia. Lost 1-0. So they're in very bad form. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways. That is very important to just move on from this one. Unlucky. On to New York Red Bulls, and we move from there. So thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, all that stuff. We're really close to 50 subscribers. We're at 48 right now. I just refreshed. So maybe we can get to 50 and everybody subscribe, all that. Thank you everybody for watching. It has been fun. I will see you next time.